Talk to me nice, I get sensitive. Choice of your words to convey. Your intentions might mean the best, but it's in your approach and delivery. I get so through by my triggers, probably from niggas who thought that they own me. Really consider that I do, you do, we do good on our own. Back on my throne, like yeah. Accept me at my worst, like you do my best. Better than I was last year. I've been facing tests, separate from the rest. Hope you're facing all your fears. I've been going so damn hard. It's been taking all this time. Giving up ain't in my blood. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. All in the signs. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. I'm so nice, everybody's type. Eyes on the clock of my demise. Don't you fall into the quicksand. It's better on the cement. Telling no story, no power in your past. Even if you're 30, gotta make it last. I do, you do, we do good on our own. Back on my throne, like yeah. Accept me at my worst, like you do my best. Better than I was last year. I've been facing tests, separate from the rest. Hope you're facing all your fears. I've been going so damn hard. It's been taking all this time. Giving up ain't in my blood. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. All in the signs. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. All coming It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs.
Greetings, greetings, greetings and salutations. Come on in, come on in. It is another edition of Revolutionary Hoodoo, New Orleans Voodoo Secrets and Recipes. All is truly and indeed a blessing if you can just see beyond the veils, for it is all just an illusion and a test, and one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. Can you hear me? Can you hear me out there? Greetings and salutations, Maceo, Asé, Asé O. Greetings, Tariq Lopez, Alafia, to you and yours. D Goddess, greetings and salutations. And the beloved Queen Mother Tony Val Martinez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you with me, beloved?
Yes, peace and blessings. You sound very far away on my end.
Okay, I'm in a different part of the house and I'm using a different device, trying to get better internet connection. So I may
Okay.
need to just switch my mics. That might be able to improve. Does it sound better now to you? Is it better? Are you there?
Oh, yes, that's much better on my end.
Okay, I had to turn off echo cancellation. So I'm glad. It has indeed been a powerful, exhausting, exciting carnival season. Hasn't it though? And just
Y-
when you think it's over, they have these mega parades that got canceled or postponed, I should say, due to the inclement weather during Mardi Gras Day, and the parade's still rolling.
Yeah, it's been a busy week in the city with the Mardi Gras, extended Mardi Gras parades and everything going on in the news. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired of it all. Then we about to come up on St. Patrick's. They look
Mm.
like they canceling their parades and their days and they not happy. Oh my God. It's
And
just
that's
a lot on the city.
and that's once again due to the weather, huh?
Yes, once again, due to the rainy Saturday.
Yes, indeed. We
And
certainly
then the hot topic, the hot topic for me for the week was the statue head of ball that was stolen off of someone's porch. Now, all the stuff people get stolen off their porch, this made headline news in the city to find this artifact. Now, I'm like, people who got their stuff stolen off their porch knew what it was. They about pissed right now because they didn't make the news.
yes, indeed.
But
You
I'm
know,
telling you, they got stuff going on in this city. That had to be somebody with some influence to get that on the news, who satanic sculpture with the broken horn came up missing. It's only 10 in existence, apparently.
It's a Baphomet statue, right?
Yes,
Yes. You do. I noticed you wouldn't say the word.
I'm not. I'm not. To me, it's ball, but what you said, and it's like saying Satan, the devil, and Luke, they all the same thing.
Hmm.
But I'm not. But I'm thinking this had to be somebody with some kind of clout to get this put on the newspaper, on the news. What's really going on?
You think? You don't think it's just an oddity enough? It's just an unusual enough story on its own merit that the news media would be interested in that?
No, because it really, why should it be? It's just another person's artifact. I mean, me and you both have African masks and stuff in our houses. I'm quite sure if UPS delivered our stuff and it got stole, they wouldn't find that newsworthy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point there.
I mean, it's just another package stolen by porch pirates.
But in this case, it happens to be a Baphomet statue.
Yeah. So, I mean, people get crosses sent to them and stolen. You know, that
Yeah.
they didn't audit off. That's not newsworthy, but all of a sudden this gets all this news attention. Uh-huh. And during Carnival season too. Uh-huh.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh. And Lenten season, which y'all doing New Orleans for real.
Yes, indeed.
Huh.
Well, I actually didn't hear about the story until just now, until you mentioned it.
Really?
I've been too busy for the
I
news.
know you've been busy, but I thought I had sent you the newspaper article on it, or one of the news stories. And it's only, I had to look it up. I had to look it up. Now, it's only one of 10 that's supposed to be in existence.
Hmm.
So, that's a hot item amongst those folks.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
this
yeah.
one has a horn broken. Now, I don't know what they was doing with it to break the horns because they not thin.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yes, yes, they stole it. They left it. I mean, to me, if you're expecting something that important and they got trackers when it's delivered, unless no delivery service brought it there and somebody that you knew in a truck who was just transporting it to you, you should have knew when that hit your door
Yeah, with
and
all
to
the
be waiting
technology,
on it.
Yeah, you would think, but I'm on next door just about every day, and people are still getting their packages stolen. Some people claim to get multiple packages stolen over a series of days. Now, how that happens with ring cameras and other security measures that people can, walk into a Walmart or electronic store and buy today, or order off Amazon, I'm not quite sure. And neighborhoods, maybe neighbors just aren't as neighborly in some parts of town as they are in others. We watch our neighbors stoop on this block.
Well, they got a picture of him off the ring camera. They know who stole it. It's a clear picture of the YT guy who stole it.
Maybe it was a religious act. Maybe somebody, of a particular religious faith thought it was a good deed to go and destroy it and remove it.
I don't know, but they got an all points bulletin out with the police department about that thing.
Yes, indeed.
And I do
Yes.
mean thing.
Well, I pray we get just as much local coverage as we have national and international coverage for our New Orleans National Voodoo Day. We're really in the countdown at this point. National New Orleans Voodoo Day highlights the beauty and power of voodoo traditions, and your sponsorship makes it possible. Your sponsorship, your participation, your donations, your support. Partnering with this unique celebration showcases your business's commitment to culture while amplifying your visibility in our community. So let's make history together. Sponsoring New Orleans National Voodoo Day supports cultural education, drives tourism, and strengthens community bonds. And you still have time. From 500 to 10,000, your support helps make this celebration unforgettable. Learn more about sponsor benefits at www.vodouday.org. And indeed, you can learn more about New Orleans' second annual National Voodoo Day by way of our website at www.vodouday.org. And I believe a few of our team members will be airing Wednesday night between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. on WBOK radio. And so we certainly appreciate your support and your listenership for our night owls out there and those who work that graveyard and that second shift. We certainly would appreciate your listening in on us and supporting us on WBOK radio, here, local radio here in New Orleans, Wednesday night on the show that airs between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. You can easily Google WBOK radio. I don't have the link right in front of me at the moment, and you can get a live access link where you can listen to programming live by way of your device. Your URLs in your devices will allow you to listen to WBOK wherever you are, but certainly to our local New Orleans family and friends. We certainly appreciate your continued support. It is April 4th for the press conference, April 5th for our symposium, which will include a art show as well as an Afro ecological show where we will be showcasing plants, herbs, roots, trees, edibles, medicinal, ritual work as relates to what the Yoruba call ewe or plants, herbs. And so we invite you to certainly participate in the symposium. We will be streaming live during the symposium for those who can't come out in the physical. So in coming days, we will be making that available. And the event takes place on April 6th, Sunday, April 6th, beginning at the river, at the moonwalk where the placard and memorial to our enslaved ancestors, sort of as our gateway into the city, if you will, into history, I should say. And then we will process through, process is a better word than parade because it's really a commemoration. We will process through the French Quarter onto, I believe, Elysian Field and mark uh, critical historical markers on our way to, I believe, the slave markets, at least one of the slave markets, uh, St. Augustine Church, Tomb of the Unknown Slave, and then make your way into Congo Square, where you will meet me at the tree, at the crossroads between earth and heaven, human existence in the domain of our ancestors, and we will acknowledge, sing, pray, chant, invoke ancestral spirit, and we certainly invite you to bring your produce, your cooked meals, your flowers, your offerings uh, for not only the organization, but certainly for the ancestors and those spirits that we honor at the tree. And I'm certainly looking forward to it. Last year was more than we could have anticipated, more than we expected, and certainly with some of the opposition that we received, we were just blessed, highly blessed and favored. And so we are looking forward to our second annual National New Orleans Voodoo Day, which will include dignitaries as well as those who will be assisting us in carrying out the rites, the rituals, and the ceremony in Congo Square from Haiti, a delegation from Haiti, as well as a West African delegation from Ouida, Benin, from the highest echelons of Voodoo and Fa, Afa, Dafa, Ifa divination. They will be joining us for a very powerful experience. And so, again, we invite you. You still have time to gather your travel plans, make your housing arrangements, prepare your crisp white ritual clothing, and come out and meet us at the crossroads of Congo Square and Armstrong Park on Rampart Street here in this beautiful Treme, New Orleans, Louisiana, right on the border of Treme and the highly favored French Quarter. We certainly invite you all to come and be a part. Uh, we are still having ritual practices for those who are local and are involved in the Pan African diaspora that operates in ATR. We certainly invite you to come out to our uh, ceremonies and our rehearsals for this event, as well as our choir rehearsal and Creole classes that we have on Monday evenings. So visit us at www.vodouday.org. I see and respond to every email. We have a team of practitioners and participants that are responding to all of your requests. There are items being offered where your ancestors' names can be embossed or engraved, and it can become a part of the ancestral shrine that will be a part of this sacred ceremony, and many other little gifts and surprises that will be coming as we move closer to the date. So I invite you all's participation, support, donations, sponsorship, love, and promotion. Indeed, share, copy, paste, share. It's free, and we would love for you to do it from the kindness of your heart and support for this event, wherever you are. This is a major event in West Africa that happens January 10th annually that draws, I believe, 2 million from the Pan African diaspora to Ouida, Benin every year for ancestral honor, for voodoo education, re education, and ceremony. And so we seek to create a sibling ceremony, a family reunion of sorts here in New Orleans, sort of the mecca of African spirituality for America, and certainly for Voodoo and ATR practices, and grow this event uh, to the benefit of not just New Orleans, but the community as a whole. Greetings, Alexis Williams. So glad to have you in the house with us tonight. She will be attending us, and we're certainly looking forward to hugging your neck when you get here. Thank you for that. Maceo, long time no speak. Please forgive me, beloved. I've been saying since I've been podcasting 2007, I die every year for Mardi Gras, and I only come to life days after Mardi Gras Day. It's a major undertaking. And we get it when people who aren't here or don't live here, have never witnessed it, really don't understand. It's really more than a 365-day endeavor to make, what appears to be one day of Fat Tuesday happen. But Carnival, first and foremost, is over a month long uh, series of events. Carnival cruise, um, walk what we call walking cruise, truck cruise, various types of parades, mini parades, second line style events that take place in Carnival, and then Mardi Gras Day or Fat Tuesday is just a culmination of this season of events that really start. Um, what is that, Tony? With the 12 days of Christmas?
Now, Lenten season,
Yes,
the
yes. And
Lenten
so,
season,
but I mean, leading up to Carnival.
Easter.
Well, that comes after Carnival.
After, yeah, Mardi Gras is the Mardi Gras starts 12 nights after Christmas.
Yeah, on the 12th night.
Yeah.
That's right, 12th night. So it's a big deal. And then for the Black masking culture, and I'm speaking specifically of Black masking Indians, it's not a hot glue gun endeavor. It's just not. It's just not. Um, I can see how somebody might assume that, perceive that from a distance, from afar. Oh my, we actually had a beloved brother from Mali show up from Paris on Mardi Gras Day in a beautiful beaded, sort of downtown, you know, three-dimensional style, suit until you got up close on it. And the whole thing was glued together. And I said, beloved, beloved, we certainly appreciate the endeavor, but
Yeah.
it's 80 degrees out here, and you might have a problem in that suit.
Yes.
But yeah, they should be hand sewn. My suits are I call them two-handed suits. My two hands, and quite possibly my wild man Joshua's two hands. But our suits are hand sewn, hand beaded, one bead at a time, hand sequenced. For those of you who understand sequence, there's the sequence and the tiny little seed bead that goes with it, one at a time. Um, it's an for me, it's almost a 2 year endeavor to make 1 year happen of a suit. Certainly, I'm getting better. I'm learning my own style and my own nuances a little bit better, and there are aspects that are becoming less of a challenge for me. But it's no joke. It's more than a notion. It works your mind, body, your spirit, your finances, your lifestyle, the amount of space you have in your residence. So it's truly a spiritual endeavor. It's an active meditation for me. There's a point beyond, pricking yourself with the needle, 10,000 times, or breaking a glass bead, and getting that stuck, in your foot. There comes a point where you're doing it for the culture, but you're in spirit. And I've heard many masking participants testify to that. Masking Indians testify to that. It's so many hours out of your life and your day. Um, so in the best case scenario, you want to bring something other than just the repetitive motion of design and construction to that space. And so, we chant, we sing, we ritualize aspects of what we do, not just the day itself, but every moment of its organization and construction. And for me, by the time Lundi Gras comes around, which is Monday in French, the big Monday, I'm delirious. Sister Val will tell you I ain't had no sleep. I'm probably not eating. I've probably been sewing 12, sometimes 16 hours a day if I'm behind schedule. I'm delirious, and I'm still trying to hold all the other jobs in the other organizations that I operate and participate in. So it's you can't do it for me. I can't do it without voodoo. I can't do it without trance. I can't do it without possession. I can't do it without spirit coming in and taking over. Sometimes my hands, sometimes my thoughts, or my creative eye to make something like that come together. And there's just too many parts of it that you really can't see in its fullness until it's out in the street in the fullness of the light of Mardi Gras morning. So it's a lot. It's absolutely a lot. Let's see, Maceo. Thank you for your healing energy. Thank you so much for the safety and the well wishes of focus and balance. Greetings, Daniel, Neil. We certainly appreciate you, all of our returning listeners and participants. Um,
Will you be participating in St. Joseph Night also?
I will. Um, Black Hawk Voodoo has not quite mapped out a plan as of yet for that evening because we do have so much going on. Um, we are still filming for the docu series. Um, we are coming up quickly on uh, National New Orleans Voodoo Day, and so just the time and the hours of the day for me right now are just crazy. Um, Next Wednesday is St. Joe night, March 19th. So I will be out there. I just got to sort of
I
plan the route.
I still have not been able to find in my research how the Black masking Indians joined up to come out on that Italian holiday.
I don't have the answer to that either.
I mean, I've been researching and researching to try to find out how the two got together on that night, and I have not been able to find any history on that.
Yeah, and I certainly don't want to assume as much um, without any real, you know.
Yeah, me either. It's just, to me, St. Joseph's is just, I don't see how the two came together.
So it's a bit of a mystery, and I would love to get one of those elders from the community who might have that answer. I don't know, Spy Boy Ricky, Daryl Montana, David Montana. Somebody out there has the answer for that.
Yeah.
When you just do the quick AI search, it just really talks about phenomenon and certainly the uh, masking Indian element. Um, and it talks about the simultaneous ceremonies happening between our community and the New Orleans Catholic Italian community, but they really don't go in any way into what really links those two communities together on that night.
I know. I've been searching for years. Before we had the internet, I was searching at the public library trying to figure that one out.
Wow, I need to ask Denise. She might have the answer to that.
She might.
I would be surprised if Denise don't. Now Denise Augustine, I would be very surprised if she does not have the answer to that question. So I'm making a note.
Yes.
I'm going to ask her first thing in the
Yeah,
morning.
because I am very curious to see how that two came together
And the
on that
nature
particular night.
and the nature of what Saint Joe is, on that night in particular. Where there's the war games and you know the
Yeah.
meetups in the crossroad in the dark, that's taking place.
Yeah.
Uh, it's definitely a unique pairing that we've got to get the answer to that mystery, uh, to that question.
So you still extremely busy, Prince.
Oh
With
my, it's
and
never.
you gotta make touch-ups to your suit for
Oh
anything that occurred on Mardi Gras Day.
oh no, oh no. My suit don't require too many touch-ups.
That's
I,
good, because it did rain a little bit that day, and I
oh
know
no,
y'all was still out.
oh I don't fool with rain. No. Soon as that one drop start coming, we out of there. And
You
because
got
of
them
our
feathers
proximity,
out of there. I wish it was some kind of way you could have put you and your video or you and your suit up for our audience that's out of town so they could have saw it.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, so they could see you in your suit in action, a
Yeah, I have
video.
video. I'm just going to figure out which one I can use. We
Yeah,
were filmed quite a bit Mardi Gras Day by many different sources, and
yeah,
so I happen to tip around people's copyrights right now on some of this stuff, um, which is a little crazy to me because the whole idea of you know black mass and culture is culture, and the culture involves the people,
yeah.
so people have access to it. But I have some of my own, and certainly that which the Horn brothers captured that at some point we'll be releasing. We've got to separate it from the docu series first.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We certainly appreciate you, Maceo. Um, it's a lot to read. I'm a little bit behind. Yeah, the traditions are in terms of New Orleans black masking tradition are passed primarily by word of mouth and by um, direct experience. You being there when someone is doing it, or someone talking you through it, as you learn to do it.
And it's
Um,
passed down through the generational families.
Traditionally, yes.
Yeah, traditionally it goes from the father to the son, the uncles, the brothers, and the mothers, the sisters. It's a family affair traditionally. But Katrina kind of spread out some of the cornerstone families of the Black Mexican Indians, because now even in Lake Charles they have Black Mexican Indians on Mardi Gras Day.
Oh yeah, they're growing in popularity outside the city limits all of a sudden.
Well,
I'm
a lot of it was due to Black Mask and New Orleans Indians not coming back and
yeah,
starting up tribes where they landed after Katrina. So,
yes. Maceo, I'm on my iPhone, so for whatever reason I can't type in the chat the way I normally would. But D Goddess is correct. It is Coven, so that's season 3, and we're in episode 3. Season 3, episode 3, when Adelia goes to see Marie Laveau about um, fertility, and of course you can find it directly on my YouTube page in a format that you will not see in the show because they took really the kindness of their heart. They actually filmed us practicing, and well, we weren't really practicing. We had just had lunch, and we were just trying to get moving, get the blood flowing before we head back to set. And they actually filmed that, and then had one of our local representatives sort of speak about who we were and what we were doing. I'm never going to show it on the podcast again because I always get a copyright infringement when I show it on the podcast, and they end up not deleting the podcast but muting it. And so I'm not going to air it live on a podcast anymore. But you can find it. It's titled "Our Featured Trailer." our featured trailer, and then you can type American Horror Story behind that, and it should come up. But I have that copy on my YouTube channel. I certainly appreciate you. That and Big Frida bounces back is probably the two things that I'm most well known for in terms of all the filming and production that I've done. But I think A Cursed Man coming out on March 25th may challenge that. The interest in it, the demand in it is great. And so I'll show the trailer for A Cursed Man at the end of the show. When I end the show, and I say my good nights, and Sister Val says her good nights, it airs right after that. So some of y'all been missing it because we say good night and y'all click off right away. But when we end the show, there's an outtake that airs, and I have it set to A Cursed Man. A Cursed Man. It's the name of a documentary that will be released on March 25th. There's always a great deal of mystery around movie, TV, filming, and production. So I'm not even still sure what networks this will be available on. I do know that there will be a subscription service because they mentioned that. I'm actually supposed to be in Beverly Hills on March 22nd to walk the red carpet for the opening of this film, and I just can't afford to go. And I say afford to go because I would literally have to fly there and come back within 24 hours on hottest thing smoking, um, preferably first class, because uh, there will be no time to sleep or eat or anything else um, because I have to film another coming docu-series for German French television on the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. They will also be with us for National Voodoo Day. There'll be two film crews here for National Voodoo Day. This French and German team, as well as the Horn Brothers, my main production team. So yeah, Queen Mother, it's a lot going on. I'm overwhelmed. I'm sleepwalking. a great deal of the time. I'm administrative secretary for NONVD, and even in the course of the meetings, um, I go into trance, and I dictate what's being said, what's being done. But you know, I have to. Oh my goodness, I have to get my closed eyes when I can.
Yeah, it's been a busy 7 to 8 days.
Yeah, this will be the coming norm, depending on what day Mardi Gras falls on each year and its proximity to January 10th. This will be the norm. Our normal festival day is January 10th. We could not use January 10th this year, as I've said on the previous podcast, due to the Super Bowl and how that affected Homeland Security and the organization of public spaces in the city. And then there were other events that were taking place, so we ended up falling into April this year. But it'll be a short year because next year we will be returning to the traditional January date, or as close to that date as possible, for National New Orleans Voodoo Day. I
I
appreciate
saw
all
the
of those who are with us. Go ahead. Hello.
I saw the Skull and Bones came out early Mardi Gras Day.
Yes, ma'am, they did. We heard them and saw them. I can hear them from my house uh, when they're in the neighborhood. I can hear them in my house. And then
Yeah,
typically on Lundi Gras night, um, the TV is set to the news, the local news, so that I can keep up with the time and what's going on with the weather and on the street. So I did actually see them on TV as well.
yeah, they came out at 5 o'clock from Bayou Road from the church of I Am That I Am, and they were looking very good. Not used to scaring the kids anymore that time of morning and dragging kids out the house to throw to them like back in the day, like in the 30s and 40s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I faded out there for a second, but I'm back.
Yeah, you back far away again.
Oh wow. Now I'm using the speaker on the phone. I actually lost connection for a moment, and when I came back it disconnected from my Bluetooth.
Mm.
Do I still sound far away?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. And Maceo, I'll read your comment as soon as I get a chance. Go ahead, Val.
No, I was just thinking, my mind was wandering. I was thinking about something else. That I wanted to ask you. Where are the herb shops here now?
Ooh wee. How do I sound? I don't know. I
Far
don't know.
away. I've been
I'm back on
asking
the
people
Bluetooth.
because before Katrina, we could go on Broad Street and they just had the whole herb shop there where you could get your herbal medicines made and capsulated and stuff, put in the capsules and stuff. But nobody, I don't think there's a place like that now
Mm-hmm.
here in the city.
No, that's an unfortunate reality in many cities. Those, outlets, mom and pop locations, dried up. We lost a lot of businesses even during COVID. We lost a lot of businesses. And then, there are other sources now, not just wholesale, or sites like, Amazon, but Asia is available to us now, and other parts of the world in a way that were a little less accessible. Um, you just have to be careful in terms of your sources, and who you are seeking to order product from. I found some really good herbal wholesalers that sell fresh, um, certainly dried herbs, but fresh, not dried up. Uh,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
and you can buy, by the pound and in larger quantities, but it can be expensive. I like to grow as much as I possibly can. Uh, Greetings, neophyte, um, Mariah Jenkins. Greetings. Greetings, Mambo Salian. Greetings, everyone that I may have missed when I blinked out. Greetings, greetings. Come on in. Greetings. Um, yes, overwhelm is the word of the week, Mambo Salian, and it's only Monday still. Um, please promote a cursed man, Maceo, and if we're not already connected on Facebook, make sure that we are. Um, Mariah Jenkins, um, you can visit you're on YouTube, so you can visit my YouTube profile and find my website, www.houseofthedivineprince.com. You can also find our National New Orleans Voodoo Day website, um, um, www.vodouday, and my contact information is there as well. Um, and you can always send me an email at divineprince at houseofthedivineprince.com. Divine Prince at houseofthedivineprince.com, and I'll be glad to uh, respond to you. Yes, Maceo, one of our goals and missions is to create a safe space for more of us to get involved in voodoo in a way that has not necessarily always been available to us in the past. Short of having a passport and the resources, to travel to Haiti or Cuba or Puerto Rico or West Africa for that matter, um, and then certainly, in some cases, the language barriers that may also be in place. We want to lower those barriers and create a space where um, the triangle, if you will, of the diaspora, West Africa, the Caribbean, to include Haiti and North America, as well as the Pan African diaspora globally, can come together in a shared space and access resources, elders, sponsors, uh, for the promotion and growth of what I like to refer to as voodoo worldwide. Um, there's always the independent individual practitioner, if there is such a word. I've always said that you really cannot practice and operate in voodoo in isolation. There's always a community, um, drummers, um, practitioners, uh, diviners, mambos, hogans, people to light the way, people to pour libation, etc. There's always a community of people like family, like village, involved in ATR traditions, uh, whether they be voodoo or Ifa, Santeria, Lukumi. Uh, but you will find legitimately initiated individuals, sort of sparsely populated throughout the bigger regions of the country, but not really feeding that sense of community and family, which we all seek to do here in our independent houses and ministries, as well as when we come together under the umbrella of NONVD, which is a community driven project. And so we certainly want to make getting involved more accessible. Um, We do have family in Ohio. I have blood family and spiritual family in Ohio. But we also provide some um, classes, services, um, Creole class, Creole choir rehearsals, um, by way of Zoom. Uh, but really only for those who are serious about their commitment, who are indeed committed. We do have other virtual means of connecting, even when we are not having these uh, big ceremonies and big events that Mambo Salian has, and the Healing Center has, and the Source has, and I have, Lilith Dorsey, and many other practitioners in the city. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lifestyle, as we say, and I think people um, think that's sort of a cliched thing to say, but it's really the reality. Uh, you get up to voodoo and you lay down to voodoo. It's in what we eat, what we drink, how we live, how we dress, uh, how we count the calendar. It's indeed in every aspect of our being. So it's not a mirror of some religious demonstrations that we've experienced in the past, where you kind of show up on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday, um, you know, for a couple hours, maybe once or twice in the week, and then people fall into a whole nother lifestyle once they punch that clock. You know, once they step out into the quote unquote real world, it's a whole nother lifestyle. We even taught how to dress and word our resumes and create, whole unique identities for working in the quote unquote real world, out in the populace, which is separate from our private lives, which is indeed often separate from our religious and spiritual lives. Indigenous Aboriginal traditions would motivate us to live our talk and walk our talk and live within our reality. So it is a lifestyle and a way of life.
I
Um,
remember all those years ago when we first met, and you put in your application at the job I was working at. I believe I told you this. When they were reviewing your application, they called me into the office to read your application and tell them what I thought. First, your full name, they that just threw them off automatically, first and foremost. And then it was worded so professionally, and those folks couldn't even understand what they was reading. So all I did after I was trying to decipher it for them, I just said, y'all want to hire this guy. And then the next thing I said, and I want him to work in my building.
and next thing
But
you know, I'll
yeah,
be
it
working
is. Everything you do, everything you do, it becomes a part of your lifestyle.
yeah, and I appreciate that. I do remember that. I really do. We've got about 5 minutes left in the show. I certainly appreciate you, Maceo, D Goddess, um, Neophyte. We certainly appreciate you showing up and coming through. Did I miss anyone? Mariah Jenkins, I certainly look forward to your email. Thank you so much, Mambo Salian Glassman, for coming through. Did I miss anyone? Daniel Neal, thank you for your continued listenership and support. Alexis Williams, thank you so much. I look forward to speaking with you in coming days. Tariq Lopez, thank you for your continued support. And again, D Goddess, thank you so much. Um, We have about 3 minutes left in the show. I'm certainly grateful for each and every one of you and the opportunity to once again bring the message of not only voodoo, but National New Orleans Voodoo Day to you and invite you all to continue to support us and be with us literally and figuratively. Certainly, we appreciate your offerings, donations, sponsorship, support. And there's so many things that you could do for us by sharing this event, promoting this event, talking about this event in your own spaces, and helping us to invite the greater international Pan African community to become a part of this powerful, growing, historic endeavor. Again, I invite you to hang around for a minute past the end of the show. I'm going to play the uh, trailer for the coming documentary called A Cursed Man. I almost had the director's name on the tip of my tongue, but I believe it's in Italian. I don't want to mess it up. It's on the video, so please check out A Cursed Man following the ending of the show, and look forward to that being released on March 25th. And again, we look forward to hugging your neck and celebrating with you for National New Orleans Voodoo Day. Our press conference April 4th, our symposium with art show and Afro ecological demonstration on the Saturday the 5th, and then our formal procession and ceremony, along with wonderful food and vendors in Congo Square on Sunday, April 6th. My beloved sister Wapani's birthday. My sister Tessie's birthday is April 8th. My sister Wapani's birthday is April 6th. My sister Teresa's birthday is April 2nd. My transitioned uncle's birthday was April 1st. I grew up around a bunch of Aries. So I like to acknowledge the Aries in all of us. And I look forward to spending this time again with you all on tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for more revolutionary hoodoo New Orleans voodoo secrets and recipes. Remembering that all is truly and indeed a blessing if you can just see beyond the veils, for it's all just an illusion, a test. I call it weather, and one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. Thank you, Sister Tony. I'm so glad you're feeling better and that you are able to
Yes,
be with
I
us.
am. Thank you. And alafia and peace and blessings to all those listening to this podcast.
Odabo. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
A cursed man.